In a world where external circumstances often feel overwhelming, the Stoic concept of the dichotomy of control offers a liberating perspective on life. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, taught that the key to a peaceful and fulfilling life lies in understanding the boundaries of what we can control and what we cannot. This fundamental principle, though simple in nature, is profoundly transformative when put into practice. At the heart of the dichotomy of control is the idea that we can only control our own thoughts, actions, and attitudes, while external events and outcomes are beyond our influence. When we are able to clearly distinguish between these two realms, what is within our control and what lies outside of it, we free ourselves from the burden of unnecessary worry, stress, and frustration. In this essay, we will explore the dichotomy of control in greater depth, uncover its ancient wisdom, and offer practical strategies for integrating it into our modern lives. Epictetus outlined the dichotomy of control in his Enchiridion handbook, one of the core texts of Stoic philosophy. He emphasized that while we have the ability to control our responses to situations, we do not control the situations themselves. For example, while we cannot control the weather, the actions of others, or the outcomes of our endeavors, we do have full control over how we respond to these external factors. This simple yet powerful insight forms the bedrock of Stoic tranquility. What you can control. Your thoughts, your inner dialogue, and how you interpret the world are within your power. The Stoics believe that by cultivating virtuous thoughts, we can shape our perceptions and actions. Your actions. While you cannot control the results of your actions, you do have full control over how you act. The Stoics emphasized living in accordance with virtue, regardless of the outcome. Your attitudes, your emotional reactions to events are within your control. By practicing mindfulness and self-awareness, you can choose your emotional responses instead of being driven by external forces. What you cannot control. External events, the course of nature, other people's actions, and any number of random occurrences are beyond our control. Outcomes, no matter how hard you try, you cannot guarantee the results of your efforts. The Stoics advise focusing on the effort itself, rather than obsessing over the end result. The past and future, while we can reflect on the past and plan for the future, neither is within our control. Dwelling on past mistakes or worrying about future uncertainties only wastes our energy. The psychological benefits of embracing the dichotomy of control. The dichotomy of control offers significant psychological benefits, helping us navigate the challenges of daily life with greater calm and resilience. By focusing only on what we can control, we avoid the paralysis of overthinking and the stress of trying to manipulate things outside our influence. Reducing anxiety. Anxiety often stems from trying to control or predict the future. By recognizing that we cannot control every outcome, we release ourselves from the constant need for certainty. Instead, we focus on taking meaningful actions within our power. Cultivating inner peace. When we stop stressing about things we can't control, we begin to experience inner peace. Stoic tranquility is not about being passive or indifferent, but about maintaining equanimity despite external circumstances. Boosting self-discipline. Understanding what is in our control empowers us to take responsibility for our thoughts, actions, and emotions. This leads to greater self-discipline and personal growth. Building resilience. Accepting that we cannot control everything builds emotional resilience. We learn to accept challenges as opportunities for growth and to remain focused on our response rather than the circumstances. Practical applications of the dichotomy of control. Understanding the dichotomy of control is one thing, applying it in daily life is another. However, with consistent practice, this Stoic principle can become a guiding force that shapes how we approach challenges, setbacks, and even success. Dealing with external criticism. External criticism is one of the most common stressors we face, especially in a world that is constantly connected and opinionated. A person who embraces the dichotomy of control recognizes that they cannot control how others perceive them. Instead of taking criticism personally, they focus on improving their own actions and thoughts. The Stoics encourage us to view criticism as an opportunity for reflection rather than as a personal attack. Handling stressful situations at work. In the workplace, challenges often arise that are beyond our control: tight deadlines, difficult coworkers, and demanding tasks. Rather than getting bogged down by the uncontrollable, Stoicism teaches us to focus on our actions and responses. By maintaining composure and doing our best, we can navigate workplace stress with resilience and effectiveness. Facing failure. Failure is an inevitable part of life, but how we respond to it is entirely within our control. The Stoics teach that we should not lament failure, but instead, view it as a chance to learn and grow. By focusing on the effort and not the outcome, we build a mindset that is capable of embracing setbacks as part of the process toward success. Managing relationships. Relationships are often a source of anxiety, especially when we try to control others' actions or feelings. The Stoics remind us that we can only control our own behavior and attitudes. By embracing this principle, we can cultivate healthier relationships based on mutual respect and understanding, rather than trying to manipulate or change others. Coping with health issues. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control even when faced with health challenges. While we may not have control over the illness or injury itself, we can control how we respond to the situation. This includes taking care of our body, practicing patience, and maintaining a positive mindset. Dealing with negative emotions. Negative emotions such as anger, fear, and jealousy are natural but often stem from trying to control things outside our power. By practicing mindfulness and using Stoic techniques such as negative visualization, we can better manage our emotions and stay centered despite external turmoil. Challenges in applying the dichotomy of control. While the dichotomy of control offers a powerful framework for managing life's difficulties, it can be difficult to implement consistently. Here are some challenges people often face. It's natural to want certain outcomes, but excessive attachment to results can lead to frustration when things don't go as planned. The Stoics advise us to focus on the process and let go of attachment to outcomes. Social pressures. In today's society, social pressures and the need for approval can make it difficult to embrace the dichotomy of control. However, practicing self-awareness and inner reflection can help us detach from the need for external validation. Perfectionism. The desire for perfection can be a barrier to embracing the dichotomy of control. Stoicism teaches us to accept that mistakes and imperfections are a part of life and to focus on doing our best rather than striving for unattainable perfection. Living a Stoic life with control. Embracing the dichotomy of control is a transformative practice that can lead to a life of greater peace, resilience, and purpose. By focusing on what is within our control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, and letting go of our attachment to external events, we free ourselves from the emotional burden of stress and anxiety. Stoicism offers timeless wisdom that is as relevant today as it was in ancient Greece and Rome. By incorporating this principle into our daily lives, we can cultivate a mindset that is unshaken by external forces and focused on the pursuit of virtue, tranquility, and personal growth. The dichotomy of control is not just a philosophical concept, it is a way of life that can help us navigate the ups and downs of existence with grace and wisdom. It's a powerful reminder that, although we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can always control how we respond.